来いエレメンタルヒーローエアーマン速攻魔法発動マスクチェンジエレメンタルヒーローグレイトトルネード来いビジョンヒーロートリニティの攻撃トリニティの攻撃トリニティクラッチガッチャだけどいいデュエルだったぜ。
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed those replays. Went with a different format this time where I just wanted to show you as much gameplay as possible, and hopefully you feel like you'll learn more from that as opposed to me just kind of talking throughout everything. But again, leave your comments down below and let me know what you prefer. I'm just trying something different and I'm just hoping that you guys liked it. And if you didn't, no problem, just let me know and we can adapt. I'm learning every day with this YouTube thing. So let's get into the deck. The deck is pretty straightforward. We did make it to King of Games pretty early this season. Mainly wanted to grind it a little bit harder than I normally do just because Duelist Cup for Master Duel is coming up. So we did work a little bit harder than we normally do. I usually kind of pace myself a bit more with this. So early season though, pretty strong, especially because we played against a lot of Eternal Cringe. So that deck did make things a little bit difficult. However, we won, I would say 70% to 80% of our games against that deck. That deck actually didn't beat us as much as people thought it would. And I think that's just because we made our deck very aggressive and our deck has the ability to play through multiple disruptions. So I'll go over the deck with you right now. So 3 Ferris standard, 3 Stratos standard, 2 liquid, 3 felt like a brick, so 2 is good. 1 Blaze Man for the search, but it also can transform into Stratos and go into a mass change, which is pretty cool. You could also just transform into liquid if you need to get something in the graveyard for Miracle Fusion. But yeah, some really cool interactions there. 1 day Shadow Mist. 1 day Shadow Mist will go well with this as well. Copium, make Dark Law. Vision Hero increase 2 because Duel Links RNG is really sus. We got the 3 Vion because 2 could be a potential brick in your opening hand, so having 3 in the deck avoids that. Plus, it's great to have the additional 1 to send something to the graveyard for a Miracle Fusion. Let's say you got another Liquid or Stratos in the graveyard and you're trying to push for game. It really is just a very strong card. You should not be running this at less than 2. Unless you're trying to keep the deck, less than 3 if you're trying to keep the deck a bit leaner, but I really think this card is just very strong to keep at 3. Especially if the deck's a bit bigger. 1 Rhoda, 3 MST because back row everywhere. 3 Book. I was running Compulse most of my climb, and then I realized that I was playing a lot of decks that were setting up monster negates like Odd Eyes and Speedroid, and it was getting really annoying that I basically fold to those decks because monster negates are a little tricky to play through, especially when your Ferris discards and if you don't open Stratos, then you're not really getting a lot of extra advantage, or you just don't open enough gas. You just don't open it. Usually when you're dealing with people who have monster negates, you need the book, and if you don't have the book, then your hand needs to be full of heroes. But if you have a bunch of MSTs and mass change, it doesn't do nearly as well. So book went in, and then it put in tons of work, and we started clapping. 2 Miracle, more than enough. 3 felt like too bricky. 3 mass change because I just wanted to see the card as much as possible. I wanted to make Koga, I wanted to make Blast. Mass change with Stratos is just really powerful, especially if you have a Ferris to go with it. You can play through back row quite easily without having to overcommit to tributing with your increase, which could get MST, and then if you don't have a Miracle Fusion for follow-up, you just cry. So 3 mass change is really good. Plus Wonder Driver can activate on your opponent's turn, so you can always mass change, switch out the Sunrise, and then you can get back a Miracle, a Poly, or just mass change again if let's say you have a Stratos in your hand and you know that next turn you want to go in and make Blast. And then substitute for the combo to draw at the beginning of your turn, the +1, and then Poly for an extender. 1 Koga, 1 Tornado, 1 Anki, 2 Sunrise, 1 Blast, 1 Trinity, which is just put in so much work, and one Wonder Driver. My extra deck could be bigger. Obviously, I'd have multiples of these, but this is as best I could do. The one thing that really didn't perform well, or even come into many games, is the Anki. So Anki can definitely be cut for another Sunrise, so that when you get back to your turn, right? So you go first. So now we're on turn 3, and your opponent, let's say they clear you, right? Like Eternal Bond, mostly what they would do is they would super poly both my Sunrises and make a Beat Stick Shining, and I'd still have my Wonder Driver. And then on the follow-up turn, it could be a little tricky if I didn't have a way to set up a Masked Hero or like a Tornado Trinity Plate. I did, but if you don't, it's sometimes easier to just be like, okay, well now I'm just going to make another Sunrise and then Tornado, and if they stop those somehow, like book them or something stupid, then you could Trinity over them. Or let's say you drew into Mass Change, now you're making your Mass Change more versatile by being able to use it over Tornado or a Sunrise and threaten like OTKs. So yeah, that would be like the one change I'd make to the deck. Overall, the deck was a lot of fun to play. I highly recommend you give it a shot if you don't want to play, Hero Alliance or Eternal Bond. Those skills to me are just like really boring. Those decks just feel very boring. So this is kind of like budget Master Duel, hero deck, and there's a lot of cool tools. One interaction I do want to point out that I learned this season is Koga can be a really cool thing to play around IDP. So if you sense there's an IDP, have Koga ready, so you can banish the monster that they target in the graveyard to special summon onto the field and then banish your monster. So they flip up IDP, you go, okay, and they select, your Liquid Soldier. You say, okay, whatever, banish the Liquid Soldier, and then minus 1400 your monster, and nothing gets banished. And then they lose an IDP. So you can fizzle an IDP with Koga, which is another cool thing that I really enjoyed about this card. This just having a quick effect in your deck just makes your deck a little bit more versatile, other than just, all right, hope for the battle phase and, someone doesn't read Sunrise. So anyway, enjoy the deck, have fun with it. If you want to make any changes to it, feel free. And if you guys have any feedback about the video or about the gameplay, please leave it down below in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.